Just imagine you sitting at home, relaxing, not worrying about nothing that's going on, and you stumble across the video of a good friend of yours talking very negative about you. So you jump in the comments immediately, you know, replying back to everything that is being said about you, and you take it too far, and you realize that you went too far. So you immediately apologize right after you submitted your comment because you can't delete it. So you go right under the comment and you reply that you apologize and you want to take it back, and then you make a video apologizing as well. That's exactly what happened with J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. And I know J. Cole has just recently just dropped his new project. And so right now he's going around doing his press tour. Well, he did a press tour with the trunk sale, and now he's doing interviews with select people and whatnot. And he did his first interview with Nadeska, and it was a really good interview. And he started talking about his apology and what made him do the apology and so on and so forth. But what I learned from that interview was that you still can be human and have love for someone, and also can apologize for when you're wrong, even though that you had all multiple reasons to respond and react the way that you currently reacted for that situation, right? So let's dig deep in this J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing that happened over the summer of the year, spring leading into the summer of 2024. So everybody know Drake and J. Cole came out with the first person shooter, and that's what people say that sparked the beef. Then, you know, Kendrick Lamar dropped his Like That verse on the Metro Boomin and Future track, right? And Kendrick Lamar stated in his diss record to um, Drake, it was just supposed to be a friendly exhibition of the game, just taking little friendly jabs at one another, right? So he decided that he was going to take a little jab at them and see what comes from it, just for the love of the sport type of thing. And so when J. Cole heard that, he dropped Might Delete Later. And now this is just my opinion and my biased opinion coming in. I'm a huge J. Cole fan. And when Might Delete Later dropped, it dropped around about the first week of April. My birthday is April 5th. So when it came out, I was geeked. That's all I listened to. I was ready to go because I'm like, yo, this was a gift to me. He don't know me from a can of paint, but he dropped this on my birthday. Hell yeah, love you, Cole. That's just how I felt, right? And it was on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I was just too geeked about it, right? So I listened to it. I listened to the whole project, and I was vibing with it. And then at the very last minute part of the album, you get 7 minute drill. And once I heard 7 minute drill, one of a good friend of mine's, he texted me, and he's a Kendrick fan, and he was like, "That's how he coming?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's how he coming." And then he sent me something back, something real, playful. And I sent him a gif of Nino Brown shooting his friend at the end of New Jack. So it was just a little, just a little playful banter between me and the homie, right? And he was like, I see how you coming, right? And so when J. Cole let weeks go by and he pushed out his apology, I didn't feel no type of way. Because it is what it is. I took it for what it was, right? I didn't necessarily care that he apologized to him or if he would have responded with another diss record. If J. Cole felt like that was on his soul to apologize for something that he had said because he took it too far, then I was okay with that as a fan. I just didn't like that everybody started piling on him and saying these things like he was scared of the Fae, he was scared of Kendrick Lamar, and all these other different things, when we all know that's not the case. J. Cole is a skilled lyrical rapper. He's his pen is about as good as anybody else out there. And it's kind of like that, that whole saying, comparison is the thief of joy, because everybody been comparing these three rappers since they came in the game with each other. Not gonna even lie to you. So when this beef started to happen, you got that comparison all over again, saying, okay, well, we finally get to see who's the better lyrical rapper between J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. And people didn't get that, so now people are butthurt as hip hop fans. And I get it. We watched our greats, go against each other, from Biggie to Tupac, from Nas to Jay Z, from Ice Cube to the whole ruthless NWA crew. You name it. We see some of the greatest rappers go against each other, and sometimes it didn't end too well for most of them. Let's say for the most popular one, right? Biggie and Tupac, both of them not here at all on this earth right now, and that's kind of how J. Cole felt about the Nas, I mean the Kendrick and Drake beef. He saw that how the fans were going, how people was choosing side, and how they wanted for the blood and gore of like just the back and forthness of it all. Like people forget that Drake literally had some people of his camp get shot, right? And then Kendrick Lamar, when he did his show, he legit had to fly in on the day of the show, hours before damn near, and then had to leave right away because they was threatening to hurt him from Drake camp. Like people that they know Drake. Out of love of Drake, they was gonna try to hurt Kendrick, right? So it was still sticky. It was very sticky with this whole situation, right? But I'm getting side of myself right here. I'm yapping at this point. But let's tie it back in. When I heard him apologize, I'm like, okay, I can believe that that's not sitting well on him. And I can believe that he really didn't mean the things that he said in that verse, because you can hear it when he was delivering it. Because if you ever watched that movie, New Jack City, with Nino Brown shooting his best friend when he say, "I am my brother's keeper," when he shot his best friend, he had a tear in his eye. And when J. Cole said, like, "I'm just like Nino Brown when I bust at him," you can hear that whole pain. Like, he don't want to do this, but if you forcing me to do it, I'm gonna do it. And if you coming from that place, and how the way he was trying to go, it wasn't it wasn't him, right? Especially when you got video footage of you on YouTube going about your own album with Drake, and while y'all in Best Buy scoping out the projects, trying to get your project, y'all seeing other artists on there, and y'all picking them up, and y'all see Kendrick's tape, and y'all go, "We gotta show love to the Kendrick. We gotta show love to the homie. We gotta get a couple of his too." And they picking up his project as well. So that is love there. And so in his interview that he did not too long ago, he basically said that he didn't know until hour before he was going to go on, and he's only told his wife. And when he told his wife started crying, and he felt like a weight lifted up off of him. I believe that. I believe it 100%. But how many times when we did something out of reaction, we didn't really want to, but we did it anyways. And when we realize we were wrong, we go back and apologize to the ones that we love, especially the ones that we hurt. We do it too many times, right? I know on multiple occasions that I have done it. I keep apologizing for things that I have done, even though I didn't mean to do them. I still apologize for them, and it's not because it makes me feel good and it's make the person feel good. It's because I'm a man of my word, and if I can't hold up to the end of my bargain, then I'm going to sit up there and say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to fulfill the things that I said I was going to do, or I'm sorry that I said these things about you, and I'm telling you that I love you. I didn't show my love when I said these things, and now I'm just so want to tell you that I'm apologetic for the things that I had said, so they know that I value them in our relationship." And I believe that's where J. Cole was coming from when he apologized to Kendrick Lamar. You let me know in the comments. Tell me how you would have handled the situation if you were just sitting there minding your business, doing whatever you was doing, and a loved one or a friend said some very negative things about you. How are you gonna handle it? Will you fly off on the deep end and respond back? Or would you call them up, right? Call them up personally and say, "Hey, what was all that about?" You let me know. Leave it down in the comments, you know? Until then, much love.